everyone, Neil here, and welcome to a prediction video. Yesterday we had the uh, release of BFDIA 18. Spoiler warnings for that, but in this video I'm going to be predicting BFDIA. So, let's start off with episode 18 itself. Once again, spoiler warning. So, the character that got eliminated ended up being between Needle and Nickel, and Nickel was the one who got out. The WTFers are still hosting, but some of them stayed behind for the episode, while the rest of them went to a different location. I think this was overall a good choice because having so many characters hosting at the same time could be a detriment, but they screwed over Rocky and Golf Ball too. They gave neither of them screen time in the episode. And also, like, the Cake at Steak song was beautiful, and all of the WTFers were singing in it, but Rocky wasn't. In BFDIA 6, we saw Rocky talk, but Rocky can't just sing a little cake at steak. No, Rocky can't do that. How dare? Like, I get that. I'm pretty sure that the voice clip was reused from like BFDI season 1, episode 17. But still, you could have gotten Rocky a new voice actor. I would be totally down to voice Rocky. Hi, pencil. That was horrible. But either way, uh, the war crimes aside, we ended up having the outcome of Coiny and Pin being split apart and Needle and Fries no longer being on the same team. So we are effectively in the merge with Pin, Coiny, Fries, Tennis Ball, Book, and Needle. The challenge was to light up all three of your beacons, and I think it was a good challenge, but I didn't like the outcome because I thought it would be obvious that Book was going to win because they were having Book doing terrible at first. I was thinking, oh, Book's clearly going to make a comeback. Wrong. Pin, out of character, betrays Coiny and ends up winning the challenge. I am upset, frankly, but let's see. So I think this elimination could end up having a bottom two of anyone. It could be Tennis Ball and Coin. It could be Tennis Ball and Needle. It could be Needle and Fries. It could be Fries and Coin. It could be Fries and Tennis Ball. The only one I think is safe is Book, but I don't think Book is going to be the first safe at the same time. By the way, this is the 6th time in a row that Book's been up for elimination. Geez, the writers hate Book. What did Book do to you, writers? They haven't won since the final 11. Either way, I believe the first safe, possibly, I'm going to predict will be Tennis Ball. I could see Tennis Ball being in the bottom two, but based on where the situation where the votes are currently at, I think Tennis Ball is going to survive. Followed by Book. That leaves us with this bottom three. Coiny escapes the bottom two. So that leaves us with Fries and Needle. For a bit, Needle hasn't been looking good in the votes. I don't have the view dislikes extension, but I've just been looking at the likes, and having less is bad because people don't tend to just not vote someone at all. So if they're not liking someone, they're probably disliking them. And by that logic, Fries would be eliminated. But I don't see that happening, so I'm going to predict that Needle gets out. The votes don't look like it currently, at least. But with how the votes have been going lately, I don't think Needle will be able to survive. They have been interesting, and they have been a competitive character in the merge, but I don't think they're going to end up surviving. They had a nice rivalry with Tennis Ball, but also some personal growth. But I do not see Needle surviving, so they're eliminated. Also, I just want to comment that winning at the end was a very bad message because Pin already won the previous contest. Yes, I know Pin was just eliminated in Teapot, but that will want people to keep her in BFDIA more because they don't have another season, which makes them go, oh, we can just eliminate them. We still have them in another season. And also, it's a bad message because at the end, Book decided to stop and potentially get a bit behind to save their friend Needle, while Pin leaves Coiny to fall, and like after everything Coiny has done for them, and then Pin wins anyway. Like that's a horrible message. Everything aside, episode 19. So they feasibly can't have Pin win here. They just can't. So the one who finally wins is Book. Woo, Book, we love you. So that means these are the 4 which lose. I was making like a rap about my prediction for this yesterday, but ADHD brain and I didn't write it down, so I have no clue what it was. So, sorry. The first also inside of wait. Actually, I take everything back. Book does not win. No, Book is going to lose for the 7th time in a row. Coiny wins. I believe that Coiny and Pin are going to be having a rivalry because the writers want one of them to make it farther. But with how it's going, Pin is going to fall anyway unless they keep on giving her immunity. But she already has enough plot armor, so I think they would notice that that's unfair and not do it. So they just further vilify Pin in order to boost Coiny's story by making him be the good side. And right before and Coiny ends up miraculously winning the challenge. So that means the other 4 lose. First one safe is Bookie Book. Tennis Ball was being not nicest inside of episode 18, so I don't think he would end up being the first safe. He would be the second safe, though. So it's down to Pin and Fries. Fries survives. And Pin is eliminated. Pin apologizes to Coiny for everything, but Coiny decides that he needs time to think about it before he can forgive Pin. And then the WTFers, I'm guessing around this point, or maybe episode 19, stop hosting. So, yeah. With the final 4, I think it's clear to everybody that Book is going to lose for the 8th time in a row. And Tennis Ball wins. So, episode 21, we will be having one of these 3 leaving the game. First safe is Coiny. So it's down to Book, despite their misfortunes, and Fries. Even with Fries' gained popularity, he's no longer bioluminescent and is kind of reverting back to the old him. So I think that he ends up getting eliminated here. That leaves us in the final 3. And as is tradition for the final 3 for the contest right before the finale, it is to go through all of the previous challenges. Ooh. I'm gonna say something about this. MBM did this for the finale of the first season, and something that I thought was really cool is how one is like it included the episode itself. So you after you had finished all of them, you had to go back and do them all again. Like Yellow Emerald, that is genius. Yellow Emerald's the creator of MBM, by the way. This isn't a sponsorship or anything, but watch MBM. And Yellow Emerald, if you're watching this, I don't know. But after everything that they've went through, this is where Book loses for the 10th time in a row. I'm kidding. After everything, Book is able to win the contest. So Tennis Ball and Coiny are up for elimination. I think after everything that has happened, Coiny is the one who survives and Tennis Ball is eliminated. If I had made this prediction a couple episodes ago, I would probably predict that Tennis Ball would win the whole thing. But at this point, I don't think so. So that means we are in the final two, and we have a filler episode. Woohoo! Now it is time for the finale. The LOLers do get to vote, but they're still in LOL, though. They just, fly the LOL and say who they vote. Flip.
Without the ones like you working tirelessly to keep things running, everything would suddenly stop.
Dang it. Let's get started with the votes. Donut votes for Coiny and Dora votes for Book. And since Coiny was a jerk to them, Teardrop also votes for Book. The Alliance has been a rivalry with Wobunch for a while, so Match votes for Book. If they won, it would make them smile. Then we have Puffball, who may vote who they please, and they vote Coiny. What the hell rhymes with please? Then we have Rocky, and since the Alliance has been rude to them, they vote for Coiny and cause a bit of mayhem. Next up, we have Fiery, who doesn't care for either too much, but they vote for Book, and Yellowface votes the opposite. Gelatin votes Book, and Spongy does as well, and he thinks that Coiny can just go down straight to hell. Ice Cube votes for Book, and next we have Jolf Ball, who votes for Coiny because they don't like the Alliance Ball. Then Ruby votes for Book because they're besties indeed. Then Bommy votes for Coiny, Pencil votes for Book, and Nickel, Coiny, and Pin vote for Coiny. Next, we have Fries, who doesn't care for either too much. So, Tennis Ball votes for Coiny, and Fries. Who would Fries vote? Fries votes for Book. Now it's down to the audience votes, so let's have a look. Book and Coiny have made it this far, two members of opposite sides. One has, I don't know what, do. So it's time to see who wins the season and gets to take care of the cattle for Dream Island. The winner is Coiny. Wait, why did I even hesitate with who Fiery would vote? He hates Coiny. I don't know. I think it's fitting how Spongy is one of the only Wobunch members who doesn't vote for Coiny. Teardrop wouldn't vote them either, but Spongy, after everything, is more fitting. And all of Free Smart obviously voted for Book. And Team No Name was split 50-50. Makes sense. Insert line here. Bye. Thanks for watching.